And my dog's getting up.
Oh, my dog too.
Hello, you beautiful ladies.
Hi.
Happy Good
Hello.
Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Happy Good Friday.
Good
Yes.
Friday, yes. Happy
Mhm.
Good Friday.
Happy Good
Thanks for
Friday.
joining us today. Of course, we
Yes.
have myself, Wendy, and we have Hazel. We're the co-founders of BGI. And then we have our wonderful, beautiful, sassy, strong woman is what her professional name is, and AKA Rachel.
Yes.
Thank you for
That's
joining
you.
us today, Rachel.
Thanks for inviting me. Thanks. Yay.
So Rachel is joining us from the U.S. Where are you? I forget where you're at now.
It's Arvada, Colorado. So it's outside of Denver, Colorado. So look at the
Right.
suburbs of Denver.
Oh, so you get all the mountains and the beautiful stuff, do you?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Nice. So I'm going to let Sassy Strong Woman, because she is sassy, she's strong, and she's definitely a woman. We're going to let her just introduce herself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sassy Strong Woman was actually Sassy Strong Mom. But during COVID, I changed the name because I just felt like I needed to help other women like myself who were struggling in their fitness, their health, spiritual growth, or they want to become more spiritual and in life. So I kind of took Sassy Strong Mom and recreated the whole thing during COVID lockdown. And so I feel like I'm more of an inspirational guidance coach to help guide you guys and support you guys along your journey, whatever it's going to be, fitness or health. And fitness doesn't really mean like you have to go to the gym. Okay. Let's just get that out of here.
Amen to that.
Yeah, you could go for a walk. I mean, there's like resources out there that it's not one size fits all. So you really have to find something that's going to fit your life, your pocketbook, because not everything, not everyone's pocketbooks are the same. So therefore you have to find something that's going to fit you and your needs. So Sassy Strong Women is about really helping you, guide you, and helping you find the resources that you can benefit you in your fitness, your health, and if you want to become more spiritual, as well as in life. So that's who I am. I'm like an inspirational guidance coach, is what I call myself.
I love that. I love that. So I've always been curious. Where did you come up with Sassy Strong Mom?
Well, I'm a sassy.
Okay.
I can be sassy.
Nice.
My husband says, sometimes he calls me sassy. That's how I came up with it. He's like, you're kind of being sassy right now. I'm like, oh, that's a good name. Yes.
Yes.
And strong.
And I love that.
I think strong for me because I overcame a lot of things, a lot of obstacles during my teen years. Like I had a past that was very difficult for me, and so I feel like I overcame all those obstacles and challenges in my life, and that's who. I mean, what's the quote they call it? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So I believe I am who I am today because of my past. So I am stronger as a person, mentally, physically, and emotionally, spiritually. And it took me a long time to get where I am today, and I'm grateful for the things I struggled with, because I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't struggle and have struggles or obstacles or challenges in my life. Women, it was mom, because I am a mom of 2 boys. But the reason why I picked women is because I feel like women, why do we have to call ourselves mom and like women? Like, why do we have to like take that and divide it? We're already divided. So, we're dividing because we're, parties, like just, I'm not going to go there, but why divide us? We are women before we had children. If you don't have children, you're still a woman. And if you have children, you're still a woman.
Right.
But in your kids' eyes, you're mom, right? So it doesn't matter if you have kids or not. We're all women. We all are women, and we all should stand together and just stand together as women and be proud about who we are, if we have kids or not.
Absolutely.
You shouldn't have to feel pressure to have children because you're a woman, okay? You shouldn't.
And you know what? I'm just gonna, to further your point, I'm just gonna say that there's maybe a lot of women out there that have not given birth to children,
Mhm.
but are still moms,
Yeah, because it doesn't matter
right?
it doesn't matter if you bird them or not. If you have
Right.
children, you're still a mom.
In
Even
any capacity. I mean,
yes.
as a youth worker, I can
Mhm.
speak on my behalf. As a youth worker, I mean, a lot of those, all my kids that I've worked with in all those years, there's Hazel and I don't know, Hazel, if you'll agree with this, we kind of have provided a mom role for them. And I feel like a mom in a mom role to many of them.
You are
Would
a
you agree
mom.
with that statement?
Yeah, no, I think you are a mom because you are the role model that they have in front of them. It's not about like having a kid. It really is about being a good role model and giving them the guidance that they need to be successful or to be who they are or who they're meant to be, to
Yeah,
find that
absolutely.
person. So a mom is not just by having a child.
No.
A mom could
Yeah.
be like what you do. It could be a mom who adopts. It doesn't mean
Mhm.
you have to be this person that
Physically gave birth to the child.
yes.
It's a heart thing, right?
Yeah.
To me, that's what it is. It's a heart
Mhm.
thing.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that. I love that you switched it up and you because I guess it does feel more inclusive, for those people that don't see themselves as moms.
Yeah.
Right.
Although I'm going to encourage you to maybe look at that differently. I think that I love that you make it more inclusive. I
Yeah.
love that.
I mean,
And I love that you're sassy and strong. You should own that.
I do. I just think that I went through a lot of change in 2020 because
Mm,
lockdown, going through my own interruptions. Um, I made some changes which were good for me.
nice.
So
So then we're going to hop right into it. So now we've met you. So, our question is, our podcast is called What's Interrupting Your Life? So,
yes.
what is or was interrupting your life for you? And yeah, let's start there.
Anxiety. Super bad. I had it super bad. People always say anxiety or mental illness or whatever. I had it so bad that it affected my mindset. Okay. It was really bad, that bad. A lot of my emotions were like this, like a roller coaster. One day was a good day, the next day I drop. It was like, it was not good. It was a struggle for me. It was
Mhm.
so struggle. Like um, I was okay. There was when we were shut down and I had to do like the homeschooling thing. Okay, I had meltdowns with my son. My son and I were having I would cry. He would cry. There was times I'd go in the bathroom. I was telling Hazel I would cry so he wouldn't see me.
Mm.
Um, and when like about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I'd be pouring that glass of wine and drinking more than I normally. I'm not a big drinker, so I was drinking more, and I'm like, then I feel like crap the next day. I'm like, why am I doing that? So I had a lot of things that were up to interrupting my life. Anxiety was the big one for me though. Dealing with a lot of the lockdown, dealing with not going anywhere, dealing with all these things. All of a sudden, were just thrown in my lap, and I was like, "How am I going to do this?" So the anxiety I could feel like my chest. I felt like there was always something on my chest, like I couldn't breathe. Um, so yeah, it was awful.
Mm-hmm.
I was, go ahead. Sorry.
This is a great point, though. Like, I think so many women out there, and I mean everybody, we've been in this together in a world on a world stage,
Mm-hmm.
and I think anxiety is probably the number one thing that a lot of people. And then you attach depression to that afterwards, because I don't think I'm pretty sure depression and anxiety are like hand in hand, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The thing is,
Yeah.
I was struggling with it so bad. There was times where I would think like, why am I here? Why am I still here?
Mhm.
Like the depression started to kind of sink in. Like there
Yeah,
goes
questioning yourself, right?
yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and you realize these were interruptions because the drinking, the meltdowns. Was there any other indications that made you
No
realize that?
insomnia,
Ooh, yeah.
not going to sleep at all ever.
Yep. And then it all makes everything bigger.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
such a freaking roller coaster of
It is. Sorry,
a hot mess.
yeah. Yeah, it's a hot
Yeah.
mess.
So, where are you now in that process? Like, are you kind of came out, you reinvented yourself? Where are you in the process of your interruption now?
Oh, let's see. I use my working out. I set the intention for my workouts to release. Like I have a little area in my office that is for working out only. And when I go work out, I set the intention to release what is no longer serving me. And and then I ask myself, and then I also set the intention, like what I want to get from the workout. It's not about weight loss for me. It's about keeping my mental and physical health healthy. And that's how I use that. And when I set the intention, I'm like, when I leave it here, it stays here. It doesn't come with me. Yeah, I have to take you guys with me because I have to let my puppy out. Because he has to go potty and he's letting me know. And he's like, I gotta go, lady.
Yeah. I don't care what you're doing, sassy strong woman.
Go potty. I'll leave the door open for you. Go potty. Sorry,
guys. Beautiful house.
He's like watching you. She just opened the door and let me out.
Sorry, I had to take you with me. I apologize.
That's okay. That's okay.
But he came in here and he like gave me this look like, lady, I've been trying to tell you I have to go potty.
We were getting an interview and a podcast, and we got a tour of your house. So.
Yes, you did.
I really, really appreciate that you could turn your fitness something you already felt passionate about. So it's almost like you're doing it mindfully, right? And that's really the whole new buzzword of our industry anyway, and your industry, really. If you're a coach of any kind, being mindful is important.
Yeah.
And I like that you've taken your fitness and turned that into such a release almost. Yeah. Right? It's a physical release, but it's now this mental release of this anxiety that you're able to let go.
Yeah.
What an incredible thing to do. And I think it's a really different and interesting way to look at a workout. And not just work out your body, but to say, what am I going to let go of right here? That's really cool.
And I also created an online magazine because I felt like I needed to get more out. You know, I feel like the magazine is more like my journal, but in a tasteful way. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
And resources for people like who are struggling to work out at home or feeling uncomfortable going to the gym, and I teach them how to invest in themselves, to invest in your home gym. It doesn't, because a workout exercise doesn't have to be in a gym. It could be it can be going for a walk. You can even find, there's a YouTube channel that I showed my stepmom that she can do it in her home, which is just walking.
Yeah.
Right. Are we talking about the same person? Her name is, I don't know if we're allowed to say this or not, but I know there's a walking lady that I love, and her name's Leslie Sommer.
I don't know if that's the same one.
And it's walking a mile in your home. And then she does 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile.
Yeah. I don't know if it's her, but I found that and I was like, see,
yeah.
it can be done. If you just take the time to learn, to just do the research. And that's what I was doing when I was during COVID. I was just doing research and I was like, oh, I should just read. Like all of a sudden it just, like, I don't know if it was, I have no idea that idea came in my head. I'm just going to say like God did or something put that in my heart and in my head. So I just thought I'm just going to go with it. So I did. And then I've been doing acupuncture as well. Like I didn't do that the whole year in 2020 because everything was locked down, and it was just, and I tried meditation. I tried it, but it was not working for me. So I tried something different. So in February of 21 this year, I went to my acupuncture appointment. I made one, and it has helped me tremendously as well.
I've always been interested in acupuncture. I've never done it. I do know that I have friends that work in the addictions field in a detox, and they actually use acupuncture in their ear for when people are detoxing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really interesting to know our bodies are just incredible things.
Yeah, because when she placed the needle in my ear, I felt all the anxiety that I was having just I don't know, fell or just got me. I don't know how to explain it. Just blah.
You just released it.
I just
That's what you
released
did,
it.
You released it.
And
Yeah.
then I always, I feel like when I wear a mask, I feel like I'm suffocating. Okay. So that's when my anxiety goes really up, 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 up.
Mhm.
And so, and I can't stop breathing. That's what I was telling Hazel. I almost passed out in Costco one time. So, but anyways, because I was wearing the mask and I stopped breathing. I was having
Yeah.
a panic attack and my palms were sweaty. I was sweating. I almost passed out in Costco and I had to get out of there. I was like, okay, I gotta go. This is not working for me right now. But I noticed when she did that, and after I got walked, because I had to wear, she told me to wear the mask right here because that's what I told her what was causing the anxiety, and she told me go ahead and put it down here, and then so I did, and then when I walked out of her office, I put it up here, and the entire time I didn't have any anxiety. I almost was driving it with it on. I was like, oh, why am I driving with my mask on? It's so stupid. Because all the anxiety that I was having was just like, oh,
Yeah.
I totally just released, and it was like really, really, really comfortable. I went to Costco that day. I was like, I'm going to go to Costco because I feel so relaxed. Oh, good, let's go.
And Costco went well that day then?
It did. It went
Wow.
super well. And so this time I went to go see her because I'm flying on an airplane. I used to love flying, but now I have to wear the mask and it gives me anxiety. So I was just like, okay. So I went to go see her Tuesday, I believe, this week. And this time she put magnets in my ear after the session was done. I still feel relaxed. So whatever she's doing,
It's definitely working.
It's working. And then she prescribed me magnesium.
Right.
When I'm stressed out or have anxiety, I don't have. Sorry, probably disgusting, but I don't go regularly.
Right.
Hey, that's your sassiness. Keep your sassiness up. Don't be afraid to talk about bowel movements here. We all have them.
So she prescribed magnesium, and oh my god, I'm sleeping so good. I'm just like, this is great.
You're just floating now.
I'm just
released so much.
I love it. I love it.
You have to find what works for you, because then if you do, you're like all happy like me. I was want to. And I'll make you laugh. See, it's even better.
Yes, you will. And that's a great point. Laughter also is a release, right?
Yes.
And you do a lot of laughing.
I
love
do.
your lightness, and laughter definitely is one of the best medicines out there.
It is.
And when we can laugh at ourselves, probably even more so.
I laugh at myself sometimes. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Hazel and I are pretty silly too. Hazel has an extremely silly side.
I think we need to be silly right now and during this time. Everything's too crazy and serious.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like I used to learning what I've learned in 2020, going through my anxiety. In 2020, what I've taken from that was I'm not going to plan. I used to be the planner that would plan the whole week or the month. And now I'm like, I want to plan the day.
Yes, you did say that.
I only do plan my day because I don't know. I'm not promised tomorrow. As that's what I've learned in COVID. And I want to live. If I'm going to live, I'm going to live for just that day. And I'm not going to be afraid to live it to my fullest. And I'm not going to be ashamed of who I am. And I'm going to be who I am. And nobody likes it, then you can stop following me. That's pretty much.
Yes.
Or don't like me or don't hang out with me. I don't care. Whatever.
I love it. I love it. And how powerful does that make you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah.
I'm allowing myself to be who I am meant to be. And if I am sassy, then that's who I should be.
And that's your true, authentic self.
Yes.
Exactly.
And that is the power that comes from living in your true, authentic self, not giving a crap, excuse my language, about anybody. We get so tied up in our earlier years about what everybody thinks and looks at us. If they give us a certain look some way, we make it about us.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that when you step into your power of your authentic self, that it's so freeing, just like the things in your ears. It just frees you from judgment of yourself, really, at the end of the day.
Because you have a lot of judging yourself, and and I felt like I need to love the person that I am because I have to carry myself. I don't need anybody else's approval but my
Yes.
own.
Mm-hmm.
So why am I looking for approval when I can just say, okay, I just prove myself, and learning that I'm okay with who I am, and I just have to be okay with that and be okay not to be ashamed of who I am.
Right. I love that. I
Mhm.
absolutely adore that. So this process is happening. Where are you in the process of all of this now? Where would you say you're at?
I'm in a good place.
Nice.
I mean, I'm not saying that there's moments that I have moments, because everybody has moments. We're human, okay?
Absolutely.
We're not like superheroes.
Yes.
We're human. And we sometimes we have emotions that we have to just I've learned to, when I have an emotion, I'm like, where is this emotion coming from? What kind of nourishment do I need right now?
Mm-hmm.
How can I nourish myself? And what do I need right now?
Mm-hmm.
And
So
go, sorry.
can we just elaborate on what nourish means? Like, are we talking about food or are we talking about other stuff?
Nourishment for me means like maybe doing a meditation, maybe reading the Bible, maybe going for a walk, listening to some music while I'm walking the dogs. Oh, don't do that, Oki. You didn't like that, did you? Okay. She's like, let's go for a walk, lady. Let's go.
Well, you said the magic word.
Yeah, I did. As soon as he walked in the door, I said it. He's like, let's go. Okay. Or yes, food too. Sometimes I think life is too short not to enjoy delicious food that's deliciously good.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, do I splurge? Yes. Moderation? Yes. Do I enjoy food? Yes. Do I go out and get food? Yes. The things like I realize, like, I'm only going to live once.
Mm.
And on my deathbed, do I want to be like, oh, I should have not had that bread? I want to be like, I had that bread.
Yes.
I ate it.
And it was good.
It was good. I don't want to have any regrets. Like because people say like they have regrets when they're on their dying, they're in deathbed, they have regrets. I don't want to have any of those. So food means like nourishment means for what my body is wanting that moment. So if it's like I want frozen yogurt, okay, let's go get some frozen yogurt. If I want, I can't have ice cream because I'm lactose intolerant. Unfortunately, that's something I can't change. Otherwise, I would. Or if I want to go for a hike, I'll go. Like that's what I want. I want to go outside. I want some sunshine. I'm going to go outside and enjoy the sunshine. So that's what I mean by nourishment, is asking my body what it needs and what it wants at that moment.
I love that. Checking in with our own bodies is so important, and it's something that we overlook a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Again, because we're so reinforced by that external stimuli, by what everybody else is thinking and doing. We forget to say, "Hey, what do I need?"
Yeah.
So that's brilliant. Brilliant.
Yes, that's what I in 2021, that was my goals, is to find out, was just to kind of be still and be in stillness and listen to what my body needs and nourishing it how it needs to be nourished, and just listening.
And listening is so important.
It is. And one of the things that I worked on the year is learning how to be quiet. I am not a quiet person. I'm a freaking chatterbox. I like to, when I go for a massage, I tell my massage guy, hey, your job is to shut me up. If you're not shutting me up, you're probably, because I feel like I got to fill that space all the time.
Yeah.
So I've actually just taken time back just to be quiet and enjoy, even if it's 15 minutes a day, no TV, nothing filling the space, just quietness. And there's so much peace to be found there after you get over the, what am I doing? This is so weird. Being awkward with yourself, like really at the end of the day.
It's being comfortable with yourself, right? And learning what that comfort is. and really stepping out of your comfort zone to get to that comfort place that you
Exactly.
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
I'm an introvert, but when during COVID I realized I needed some connection even though I'm an introvert.
Yes.
You know, I was like, God, I'm dying inside.
I
I'm
need
dying.
people.
I'm dying.
Yes.
I'm an extrovert.
Yeah, I like my space,
Yes.
but I didn't realize how much I needed people. I was like, I'm dying.
I mean, by nature, we're meant to be here to connect with one another because we're supposed to take care of one another.
Exactly.
And when we take that out of the equation, I think we realize how we're not meant to be islands.
No.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
And how
Right?
much more we are connected. So I think
Yes.
it was the normal part of us that we always connect with each
Because
other.
all of a sudden you just it got all taken away from you,
Yes.
right?
And you realize how much more you are connected with
And
people around you.
And after a while I was like, well, okay, it's COVID. I get it. We have to do, but after a while I was like, okay, like I need connection. I'm dying inside. My soul was dying.
Yeah.
So I started connecting with people on Zoom. I was like, I'm just a random. Yeah, I'll meet you. I don't know who you are, but I'll just meet you.
Laura says, I love people.
Oh yeah.
Me too, Laura.
Yes, you have to. People, even if people, it just, you have to. Like, I didn't realize how much I was, like, I needed the connection. You know, I would do Zoom calls. I would do that. You know, I heard that app Meetup. Like you can go on. I would just join random. I'm gonna join that one.
Yes.
I love that.
Like I joined a sewing meetup. I thought I was gonna learn how to sew. Because I have a sewing machine I never used yet. Okay. So I thought, I'm gonna join this group and I'm gonna learn how to sew and I'm gonna meet some people. Well, it was totally different what I expected. And these women were talking like lingo, like sewing lingo, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what they're talking about. And then I was like, I think I'm in the wrong group.
Did you say that to them or just to yourself?
No, I said it. I was like, I think I'm in the wrong group. I feel so uncomfortable. See? Uncomfortable, right?
Right.
And then they were like, oh, you're in the right group. I was like, okay. Let's do this. I don't know what I'm doing, but
So where are you in sewing now? Are you still part of that group, or did you learn how to sew?
I'm just practicing. They told me to get, because I was like, I have to get fabric. They're like, do you have clothes in that you're not using or wearing in your closet? I was like, I do. She's like, there's your fabric. I was like, oh,
see, there you are.
So
your friends are helping you build.
Yes, they gave me their phone numbers and everything. I was like, oh yeah, I'm connecting.
Yeah.
Well, I came home from work in August, and I still remember, Hazel. I don't know if you'll remember this. I don't even remember what I went to Hazel's house for something, and it was the first time I'd hugged another person. I almost cried. I think I might have cried, Hazel. I'm not sure that I had hugged somebody else other than my husband. I mean, I love my husband and all, but come on, we're stuck here every day, all the time.
Yeah.
After a while, I just don't want to look at you anymore. But I remember, because Hazel, I love Hazel to death, and I hadn't seen her physically in so long. I hugged her, and it was like, wow, I really missed you.
You get emotional, right? You start crying.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, when Blake went back to school, I was like, we're going back in person? So when we did, I was crying. Like, I was like, and Blake was like, why are you crying? I'm like, I don't know. I just cried.
Like the first day of school all over again.
Yes. And then I saw all the like other moms that I know, and I was like, and they were talking to me, they're like, why are you crying? I was like, because it's so nice to connect. And they were like, you're okay. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Oh.
But it's just, yeah, it was, I've never been that, I guess I've never been that personal. I'm very an introvert, but I'm also shy. You would never think about it right now, but I'm shy. It takes me a long time to kind of get to know somebody. I kind of like I study them or something. I don't know. I just study the environment. I study like okay, who's that person? And I really study the person before I just like blah, 'cause I might scare them or something. I'm like,
You're
which
not
way?
scary
I'm like,
at all.
what Rachel do I should I come out right now? Should I be like,
I love that. Well, I think that you should show them all your Rachel because you're fantastic.
thank
So,
you.
and anybody that doesn't appreciate that shouldn't be in your circle.
Exactly.
Just some in the comments. We have Laura. She's joining us from London. Thank you,
Ooh.
Ontario.
Hi.
Hello. And she is enjoying this conversation as well. She says, don't feel bad. I cry all the time. You guys make me laugh.
I'm glad I'm
Aw.
making you laugh. Yay.
We're providing medicine currently, ladies.
Yes,
Laughter is the best medicine, right?
it is.
It
You
is. It
surely is.
And something you need to do every day, every minute of the day if you can. Laugh.
Mhm.
Yes.
Just laugh at yourself.
You have to
Yeah.
just laugh at yourself, even if you don't think it's funny.
Mhm.
It's just like,
I'm going to put a little plug in here. Like if you need a place to go and find some laughs, go to TikTok, guys.
oh, I know. There's some good ones there.
Yes.
You're right. There's funny ones there.
There is. So where are you? How's your life changed? So 2020 was life-changing for many of us. So how's your life changed? If you could sum it up.
Has my life changed? Well, I am finding ways to deal with my own anxiety, which I found finally. My life has changed because I am living my day to the fullest every day. I only live one day at a time.
Right.
And I think my life has changed because I appreciate the little simple things in life.
Wow. I love that. That's so powerful.
You can take all, like I was sitting in my home when we were in COVID, and I was like, if you take this all away from me right now and put me on a small little place, I'd be okay with it.
Wow.
I said when I was watching Little House on the Prairie, I was like, if I can go live like that without the TV and live like how they did with the fireplace, the wood stove, and they baked everything and they farm, I'd rather do that.
Wow, really?
Take it all simple things. Yep, I would do that.
And I think a lot of us have realized that we could actually, before we couldn't think of that. We couldn't think of not having the technology. But I think COVID has taught us to appreciate, one, the things that we do have access to.
Exactly.
And two, like appreciate the small things, the simple things.
Yep.
Like toilet paper, because when there was no toilet paper.
Oh my! Don't get me started on the toilet paper. I was like,
appreciation.
It's like, wouldn't you want to stock up on food and then toilet paper? But I mean, it was like I could not find toilet paper. I was like, really, people? Like seriously? Like, why would you? It's not fair for someone who's on a budget. You're gonna go buy all the toilet paper and then sell it for double. That's not fair.
Yeah. It definitely brought out some ugliness in people.
It did. Ugly people.
But it also brought out a lot of beauty. A lot of beauty.
Yeah. It did. A lot of kindness, like helping each other.
Yes.
Like allowing, like people were shopping for the older people that couldn't go into the grocery store. I think it was very, there was a lot of kindness. A lot of slowing down.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so nice. And appreciating the access to your family, your friends on a different level. It's not like, okay, we're setting up a date night, blah, blah, blah. It was like, no, you can set up a Zoom call. You can spend time.
That's what I was doing.
There was no rushing. The rush of life. Yeah.
That's what I was doing. I was setting up Zoom calls with my friends. My husband and I were like, okay, this is either going to cause, like, we love each other, but like when you're like that all the time, you're locked down. I said, this is either going to, we're going to be like happier, or it's going to go blah. It literally, I realized, I told me, like, I realized at that moment, I'd rather do life with him in the worst times than be alone. So it taught me to appreciate him a lot. So even when he gets on my nerves with OCD, I still love him.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Mhm.
What are your next moves as a coach?
Just the magazine right now. And I just did, I guess what's my move is on the next thing a coach is just maybe helping support women with their struggles and their challenges. And, you know, during this difficult times, I think it's still difficult. It's not like it's going away anytime soon. I think also like my next move was the magazine, like I said, the online magazine, a magazine at your fingertips, as well as I created a mindful meditation.
Nice.
And that's something else. And I just want to influence women to just better themselves in any way they can. Like, I just think just being who you are and finding who you are is a pretty important part of life. And don't be afraid to be who you are. I think sometimes we get afraid to be who we are because we're afraid, what's that person going to think of me? Stop thinking of what they're going to think of you, and only worry about how you're going to think of you.
Yeah.
If you're not who you are, you're going to pretend to be someone you're not for the rest of your life. And then at the end of the day, or at the end of the time that you're here, you're going to be like, why didn't I be who I was?
And then there to more to that is also that as women, you know, Hazel and I talk about this all the time. We become so many things to so many people that we get lost and don't know who we are.
Yeah,
You know, once you lose the role of mom, because eventually it happens. When your kids grow up, you're still a mom, but you're not in a parenting role anymore.
Yep.
And you've been a parent for, I don't know, 18, 20 years. Once that's gone, and, you know, then you're a wife. Well, what if that goes away? Who are you at the end of all that? And when you can sit in that in such an authentic way, that's where your power is. 10,000%.
So my next moves were just to be more, instead of calling myself a health and fitness coach, I felt like that was just stopping me from being who I am. So I figured I want to be more of an inspirational guidance coach to help guide you in the right direction that best fits your needs, because it's not one size fits all. And not all of us are in a good place. Sometimes we need something else, maybe a different kind of support somewhere, and maybe guiding you into that right source. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah. And you have you also are very, very spiritual. I just want to make sure that
I am very, very, very spiritual. So yes. So if you want to follow me, you're gonna get lots of spiritual things. I am not afraid to show that part. That's called the sassy part of me. So not afraid. I'm I'm outspoken, but I'm do it in a kindly way.
Right.
Respectful
in a beautiful way.
A humble way.
Yes. Yeah. You do it in a very beautiful way. Yes. And I enjoy your posts. So
thank you. I enjoy you guys' posts too. You guys are so cute.
And my last part of this before I hand you over to Hazel is, where can people find you? They
can find me on Instagram on Sassy Strong Women. Also LinkedIn, Sassy Strong Women. I don't do Facebook anymore. Don't get me started on that one. But I am only there for those two right now. And and YouTube. And a podcast. I forgot about that one too.
Yes, and your podcast. Yeah.
Podcast on Spotify, Sassy Strong Women. So it's pretty easy, Sassy Strong Women.
Okay. Perfect.
And the links are actually at the bottom of this post too.
Okay.
Yes.
So you can reach out to her right away. So before we wrap up, we have some fun questions.
That's me.
Ready? So the first question is, what is one strategy that you would recommend to women who are currently experiencing an interruption in their life?
Wow. I have to let my dog out. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I would say find the resources that are going to benefit you, what you are struggling with at that moment. What challenges that you might be struggling with, obstacles. I think finding the right resources that will best fit you and your needs at that time is the best way. I can't say that everything I do is going to help you. What you need to do is you need to find things that are going to benefit you and get you through the times that you're struggling, or maybe it's a struggle, maybe it's an obstacle. I don't know what you're going through, but if you're struggling with something in your life, like myself, I think you have to find what resources are going to work and benefit you and help you get through your interruption.
Beautiful. Thank you. Question 2. Who's someone that inspires you?
Inspires
me. Yeah.
Oh, like a person?
Whatever it is. Person, thing, place.
What inspires me? Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We don't want you to be anything but.
My faith.
Beautiful.
So
beautiful.
It's not a person, it's just my faith.
No, that's beautiful. And last question, what is a non-negotiable in your life?
Ooh, I have lots of them. I have to work out because that's what keeps me mentally, physically healthy. It's not for weight losses. Get that out of the mind and toss it over there.
Right.
I do it because it mentally helps me get through my day, like physically, emotionally, because I leave all the things that are anxiety, stress, all there in that mat. It's there, and then I wipe it away.
Right.
Clean
and
it.
It's gone.
And it's gone. So I have to do that religiously. Otherwise, I'm like, oh, I don't work out. I work out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Fridays are more like mental, like a stretching kind of thing, a mental kind of thing, like a yin yoga type of like a really long poses to kind of detox the body from the workout, you know?
Right.
And then a mental release too. But then I do the foam roller. That's religious thing because I don't get massages right now because I don't want to wear a mask. So I massage myself.
Right.
And Saturday and Sundays are more like walking outside and enjoying the fresh air. So
love that.
Beautiful routine too.
Thank you.
Love it. And Laura says, I love it.
Oh, good.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes. Thank you guys for having me.
I always love conversations with you.
Because I love connecting with you guys. I love being on your shows because it's always so much fun.
Yes.
I love you guys. Keep it up.
Well, we love you.
I love to watch you guys when you guys do your lives. I'm like, oh, they probably have something funny to say.
That's usually Wendy.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I am a chatterbug.
You are, but I love your chatterbug.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we want to thank everyone for joining in on today's vlog, and stay tuned for more vlogging.
Yes.
If you're new to our YouTube channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the reminder bell. Hit that bell so that you can know when our next live will be on.
And you guys will love these ladies. I mean, seriously, like they are the best inspirational ladies that you can find on Instagram. Your podcasts, your YouTube. I mean, seriously, like follow them. I'm not kidding. You'll love them and all the things that they provide for you guys. Oh, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Yes,
happy Easter to you. Enjoy your vacation.
You too, guys.
Bye.
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 Bye.